and welcome back to Smack Vision, where I'm your host Ange, and this is my weight loss journey channel. And as promised, this video is a little cooking video. We're going to make this is my chef here. This is Chef Dan. Say hi, Chef Dan.
Hello. Today we're cooking beef Wellington.
We are making beef Wellington. Mostly Chef Dan will be doing it. I'm going to be assisting him, and hopefully we won't kill each other in the kitchen. So this is Chef Ramsay's recipe we're trying out. Yes, this is Chef Ramsay. I love him. If anybody knows him, give him my number, please. Sorry, Dan. Love Chef Ramsay. He is more than welcome to come over and check out the production here and see what we're doing. We got cute little matching aprons, see? Yay, pineapple. Okay, so we're making beef Wellington. What are you doing over here, Chef Dan?
Well, the beef Wellington requires a lot of steps, and it's very time consuming. That's probably why it's so expensive. So you have to sear them. So basically you have to sear the meat, and everything's got to be cool when you assemble it. So you have to sear the meat, cool it down, wrap it up in the duxelle and the Parma ham. This is Parma ham.
Yum.
And it adds a salty component to a fillet, which doesn't have a lot of flavor to it. It's very tender, but it doesn't have too much flavor. It's very beefy flavor.
Okay, what do you have here?
This is a fillet. This is a tenderloin.
Mm-hmm. How much does it weigh?
This is 1.5 pounds, 1.54 pounds.
Okay, and you had it trimmed to get the fat off.
I had him trim at the. Luckily, the butcher didn't know what he was doing, so I was like, just trim this piece off, which was the best piece of the meat. But unfortunately, the scraps are unusable. So sorry.
Yeah. So we have a beef tenderloin fillet of beef here. He's going to put in a couple of tablespoons of olive oil.
Just enough to keep the pan moving and to get a nice sear on it.
It looks like 1 tablespoon.
Always,
so that's what I'm going to put in.
Always heat your pan and then throw oil in it. Don't bring your pan up to heat with oil. Always do your pan. Always press that side down. We can render that down. It's hot enough. And that's the sound you want to hear.
Okay, so
we're just going to brown to a rare setting.
Okay, we're going to brown it.
It's not. We're not cooking it. We're just searing in the flavor. Searing in the flavor here.
Yeah.
Searing the juices, and I'm sorry, salt and pepper on that as well.
Seasoned with salt and pepper. Seasoned with salt and pepper, and then we brown it. And hang on, we'll show you. Okay, another part of this recipe is a duxelle, which is basically a paste made out of mushrooms that we're going to saute the liquid out of. We have about a pound of mushrooms, mixed mushrooms. We have baby bella mushrooms, and these are shiitakes and oyster mushrooms. And what we're going to do is we're going to chop them up into a very fine paste in this food chopper. Okay. So, fun fact, I'm not sure if you've been watching me actually, I don't know if I actually ever mentioned it, but I went to culinary school for baking and pastry arts back out of high school way back when. And Dan also went to culinary school, but he went for culinary arts. So we both have a kitchen background, so we know our way around the kitchen. And it's funny because usually when we cook, we use every single utensil, every single dish, every single pan, and we completely destroy the kitchen. And we're in the process of doing that right now. So let's take a look at his beef, which is now cooked on all 4 sides. Got a nice brown on all 4 sides. A nice crust, if you will. Great job, Dan. And I am almost done basically pureeing up all these mushrooms to make the duxelle. Okay, let me finish this. All right, he's got a tablespoon of olive oil in there, and we're putting the minced, pureed, mixed mushrooms in the pan. And what are you going to do to it?
We're going to cook all the moisture out of it, so it's going to go over high heat. Use a non-stick pan so it doesn't stick.
Non-stick.
We're basically going to get all of the moisture out until it's a nice dry paste.
Dry paste. Are you gonna season it?
It's going to take about like 10 minutes. I am going to season it.
Okay. And what are you going to put in it?
Just put some salt and pepper in it and thyme.
Fresh thyme? Okay, so it's 1.5 pounds of mushrooms, teaspoon of
fresh
thyme, and then salt and pepper to taste. Okay. All right, what are you doing here?
Just throwing a little bit of Dijon mustard on it.
Paint the outside of the meat that's cooled down with Dijon mustard. It's not really a measurement. I would say...
It was like a tablespoon. Maybe.
No, it's more than that. I don't know, a couple tablespoons. Paint it on there. Let's check the duxelle over here. This is the mushroom stuff. Almost done. We're making roasted potatoes with it. We're going to make roasted potatoes and sauteed green beans with our beef Wellington. All right, next step. Chef Dan is layering Parma ham, or you can use prosciutto, on plastic wrap, because we're going to wrap the filet in the Parma ham. So we got 2 packages of this brand, 3 ounces per package. I think we only need 1, right? Yeah, we only need 1. It's a good thing because it's really expensive. So let's see. It's very salty. Yeah. Okay, he let the mushroom duxelle cool off. And as you can see, it's like a paste. And you put it all over the prosciutto or the Parma ham. And you spread it all out in a thin layer, because we're going to wrap this in this. Okay, what are you doing?
We are wrapping this, and it's just easier to use with plastic wrap. As you can see, it's easier to roll over. Fully enclose it. Nice and tight. Always buy the good stuff, because whoever bought this
That was me. Also, I'm having a snack, a healthy 0-point snack. There you go. See? Good job.
now, most important thing is that this is able to set. So you have to put, this is going to be chilled.
Okay, how long are we chilling it?
Probably a half an hour.
Half an hour in the fridge or the freezer?
You could do the, I prefer the fridge just because you don't want to flash freeze it.
Okay, half an hour in the fridge. See you in a half hour.
See the shape? Has enough.
Looks good.
Shape.
Nice uniform loaf. Good. So, Chef Dan here is going to make a little sauce to go with the beef Wellington. He has 1 large shallot diced up and about 4 ounces of mushrooms, white mushrooms. And in a pan, he put shallots. I'm going to saute them up with some olive oil.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. Less than a tablespoon.
Remember a hot pan with cold oil, or add oil to a hot pan. Never let it.
Yes.
So then they're already ready to go. They're releasing the flavor. Simple pan sauce. So we're gonna go shallots, about a teaspoon of garlic, just starting to brown, mushrooms, and once the mushrooms start to sweat and release some moisture, then we're gonna deglaze it with red wine. Let that bring that up to a boil, and then we add our beef stock in. And I usually like doing a roux, but we're tight on time today, so we're just going to do a simple cornstarch slurry to get that going. Also, this is the pan that I seared the beef in, so we already have that flavor in there.
While he is making his little pan sauce over there, I am going to roll out the puff pastry. I have one sheet of puff pastry here. It's defrosted, but it's still very chilled. And I'm going to just roll it out because we are going to wrap our beef Wellington in that pastry. All right, so he's over here. He deglazed the pan with about
half a cup to 3/4 of a cup of red wine. I'm going to go twice that of beef stock.
Okay, and I made a little cornstarch slurry to thicken it.
Now that the wine is up to a boil, all the alcohol is burned off, just in case you're cooking for underage people. And we're just going to add that beef stock in. I'm doing it by eye, and I do it by color. So I know what it's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be a nice burgundy color. It's a little brown, but it's supposed to be that. So once I see burgundy in the pan, I know that's enough beef stock. And I'm going to bring that up to a rolling boil. We're going to throw our cornstarch slurry in, and then it'll be nice and thick for us to use.
Yum.
Done.
Done.
Done. So now we have egg with the 2 beaten egg yolks. I diluted it with a little bit of water, which is fine.
We put the beef here.
Unwrap
the plastic, took it out of the chiller.
As you can see, it's set up into a
nice shape.
Perfect shape.
Perfect shape. I'm going to brush it with the egg wash.
Yeah. Doesn't have.
All right, the whole thing is egg washed, and now he's going to enclose the beef in the puff pastry, wrapping it up. You want to make sure that it reaches all the way around the outside of the meat, like so.
It has, our egg wash has sealed it up.
Yep.
Very nicely.
And then we're just gonna trim off the excess
Just get it
and
down
fold
to
it up.
shape.
Yep. And you're just gonna trim the excess off using a pizza cutter. It's easier to work with puff pastry with that.
Mm-hmm. Sealed up nicely.
There we go. Looks good, babe.
And what I'm going to do is, we'll wait this up later. Then we're just going to re-wrap this up. Because this has to set again.
Okay. Okay, we let the meat set in the fridge for like 15 minutes. Now we're going to unwrap it and we're going to put it on a sheet pan. Oh, actually, we have a foil covered baking pan over there that we warmed up in the oven because Chef Dan says that's a key thing that you should do is heat the pan up before you put. So that's what we did. Now he's going to egg wash the outside of this beauty and then we are going to score it. Okay, we brushed the whole loaf with an egg wash and I'm just going to lightly score it this way just to make it look pretty when it comes out of the oven. What do you think? Is that okay? So it'll be pretty when it comes out. That's it. Done. Now we're going to put it on the baking sheet and we're going to bake it.
Oops.
It's ready. Put it in. So we put the beef Wellington in the oven at 400 degrees, and it says it's supposed to cook until it reaches an internal temperature of what? 128?
128.
128 for a perfect medium rare. This is where we struggle. My oven is very unpredictable, so we put it for what, 30 minutes to start? Mm-hmm. And then we're gonna check it and then see how it goes. Because my oven, every time I make something big, it never cooks right. It never cooks right. So hopefully. Anyway, he is making the pan sauce. I made green beans, some sauteed green beans. I'll show you. To go along with, they're all done. Just garlic, olive oil, salt, pepper, and I put a little beef stock in there. And now he just is finishing up. He is draining. He drained the sauce in there so that he could get the chunks out. And so yeah, we're just waiting on the meat and gonna clean up in between. Okay, we pulled it out of the oven. It's about 130 degrees internal temperature, and now we are letting it rest. And
6.
good. Looks so nice. Good job.
About time we got it right. Our Wellington is fresh out of the oven. Actually, not fresh out of the oven. It has rested, which you always rest your meat after cooking it. It retains the juices, and it won't, when you cut into it, it won't just bleed everywhere. So we've got it ready to go, and we're gonna cut into it now. So this is the moment of truth. Which is what you want.
Good job.
I believe I can fly.
Hi. Okay, well, this is it. This is the final product. This is Chef Dan's Beef Wellington. It is absolutely beautiful.
Hold it up.
Here, let me see. Show you. See how pretty it looks. I can't wait to eat, and I'm starving, and it took a while. So we are going to enjoy this dinner. He did a terrific job. I tried my best to help, and it looks really good. Oh, and so I put in all the points in the WW app for the Blue Plan, and if you eat a 1-inch slice of this, which is 1/8 of the 1.5 pound roast tenderloin, and with all the ingredients and everything, it's 14 points. 14 points for one portion. You'll get 8 out of the whole tenderloin. If it's 1.5 pounds, you'll get 8 portions. So I have 14 points for that. I have green beans with some olive oil, and I have roasted potatoes, so it's about a 20-point dinner, something like that, which is a lot of points, but I had all the points, and this is going to be so good, and I can't wait to eat it. Good job. Let's try it. Let's dig in, shall we?
Dig.
Here we go. This is it. When I used to make my videos with Kate, every time we were about to try something that we cooked, we'd always go cheers before we eat it.
Cheers.
So cheers. Oh. That's really good, and you know what? Lofi wants some.
That is.
Oh my god. That's really good. Well, we're gonna have our dinner. This is our date night. Saturday night?
Yes, this is a perfect meal if you have the skill set and the patience and the time. It's a perfect date night because you really conversate with your partner.
Yeah.
So you not only get to cook together, but you get to talk together. And, I thought it went well.
I do too. It was fun. It's always fun. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're gonna have date night and we are going to eat, and hopefully the cat won't run off with half of our beef Wellington. Okay, because here, let me show you. There he is. Remember him? That's Lovi. He wants beef Wellington. So, guys, stay tuned for more. We'll be coming at you maybe with some more cooking shows. All right, so like, share, and subscribe. And thanks again, Dan, for cooking with me.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, stay tuned for more here on Smack Vision. Bye, guys.